start killing Batman, people reach deep into their pockets. Trust me. That's one nasty-looking cloud hanging over Ace. Look, I know he's dead, but he's not like dead, is he?
Someone's attacked the fire station in Bristol. I'm going to put out the blaze and find who's responsible. Power to the fire suppression system has been cut. I need to get it back online to get the blaze under control.
Man, Scarecrow's a real buzzkill. He should put something funny on or something.
The fire will burn out of control unless I power up the fire suppression system.
He's here! You're gonna pay! Drone feed offline. Get back!
The Batmobile power winch should be able to supply enough energy to activate the fire suppression system. Firefly.
You beat me once, but that was a long time ago. I'll make your skin crackle and burn! Crackle and burn! Let the fire burn!
escaped my notice that you have failed to...
Firefly will be biding his time, planning his next move. I should keep a lookout for any sign of his next attack.
Arrive at my challenge in Chinatown. Hurry along, detective. I like to avoid winning by default whenever possible.
I've got him! He got a drone! No! I'm taking you down! I've lost the drone!
Challenge beneath Chinatown. Fine, Enigma. I'll play your games and I'll win. Selena's life depends on it.
Get out of here! Controller to Falcon 5. I'm seeing a riot in progress. Calder District, over. Is that what I think it is?
It's Batman. Step on it.
Well, well, Dark Knight. Eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are. These trials are my masterpieces, Detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius, testaments to your stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come. A trial so elegantly simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, Detective. Detective? Poor Batman. Listen, when I'm stuck on a puzzle, I find it helps to... You know, it's never come up. Never come up. Oh no, Batman. It seems you're far too attached to that fancy tank of yours to solve this one. This one. You know, Dark Knight, on balance, I don't think you're going to figure this out. flip the car? Perhaps I am in need of a more worthy nemesis.
Batmobile controls.
Upside down, Dark Knight? Really? The wheels on the Batmobile go round and round, Dark Knight, and they do it while touching the ground. isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skill. Well done, Detective. Your true calling as a third-rate circus stuntman becomes clearer by the day. Well, well, you figured it out. Or blundered your way to victory. Time to help Catwoman with her key. Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, Detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most of them will kill me. One of them won't. Great. I can do this.
Riddle me this. What has a cape, a cowl, and can't be trusted not to get you killed? Pick a key, Catwoman. It's not hard. It's just a matter of life and...
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say.
Wrong key, Catwoman. Wrong key. And I don't do second chances. Well, well, you figured it out. or blundered your way to victory. Time to help Catwoman with her key. Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, Detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most of them will kill me. One of them won't. Great. Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say.
Well, they're not going to reopen the orphanage anytime soon. Well, you figured it out. Or blundered your way to victory. Time to help Catwoman with her key. Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, Detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most...
Ready to die, my dear? Now you're merely stuck. But when that collar detonates, you'll be stumped. This is quite the head-scratcher, isn't it? Oops. Sorry. Probably shouldn't be talking about your head. Sorry. Oops. Come on, Batman. It's not that hard. The stakes are just incredibly high.
Incredibly high.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited intelligence, I'm afraid you're going to need it.
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Just this once, I've lowered the count on Catwoman's collar by 2 digits to account for Batman's earlier success. I could have simply started the count on 8, but, well, 9 lives? I couldn't resist. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big mysterious green door.
Yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it. Catwoman, this evening is not about you. Wait, Batman, wait. Well done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the orphanage. I'm waiting. Orphanage.
Selina's still trapped in the orphanage. Enigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
Damn it! Go!
sir. Expect minor resistance, Master Bruce.
Alpha target spotted! Northern sector, Miyagani Island!
If you leave now, the device will explode.
Rattler offline! Multiple drones offline! What the hell was that?
The enemy's acquired simultaneous strike capabilities. Think faster.
Got him! Confirmed strike on target! We lost one, sir.
He's making you look like a fool.
Drone's been hit! It's still in the fight! Rattler's been hit! He got a drone! No! I'll crush you
The bomb's
next time,
payload is
Dark Knight.
exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
Congratulations, sir. Bomb destroyed.
Keep pushing. I might just pull the trigger on this place.
It's Batman! Direct hit on a Rattler.
Selena's still trapped in the orphanage. Enigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
Control Falcon 4. We got something. There's a body strung up on a rooftop in Bristol. Over. Damn animal.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed.
Not been.
Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck.
Good luck.
No, Dark Knight. You're way off the mark. Mark.
Selena's still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
Close, but it's not quite on the dot. Dot. Almost there, Batman. But you haven't quite made my mark. weapons above. Will you ever figure it out? Ever? Reflect a little more precisely, Batman. Precisely, Batman. The answer is right under and over your nose.
And over your nose.
it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry. Do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me.
It's unlike you to get caught. Was it an ambush? Blackmail? A trap?
He invited me.
What?
He said he had a job.
A job?
Of the cat burgling variety. I'm pretty good at it, remember? Not all of us scamper around on rooftops at night because we want to help people, you big brooding Boy Scout. Now where's my key?
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
I've got 5 switches in the world's most boring light show over here. You?
Same.
Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Your mockery is pointless, Cat. I don't have any friends at all. You simply won't solve this one unless you can see things from each other's point of view. I see what you're trying to do. You're testing my patience, aren't you? Trying to drive me insane as I watch you struggle with that riddle. Well, Batman, I've made it easy. Now all you have to do is... Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Catwoman. Batman, you're lagging behind. Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistant?
Smash it!
Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
Makes him dangerous.
And perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Hey, Bats. When did Catwoman get so cute? Must have been when I started looking out of your eyes, hmm? You gonna ask her out or what? Oh, you're not still torn up about Talia al Ghul, are you? Come on, it's been months. Even the worms that ate her corpse have probably forgotten about it by now. You're really gonna turn down this fine opportunity for romance just because I blew your last girlfriend's lungs out? Take a tip from your wingman, Brucey. The ladies hate it when you brood over the ex you failed to save.
Control, we have tanks patrolling the area. Over. Anybody seen that anarchy guy? That kid'd love this. Enemy spotted at the Botanical Gardens. Drone offline. Taking fire. Drone unit destroyed at the gardens.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. Oh, Dark Knight, that looked like it hurt. Did it? Careful, detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. Oh, dear. That would have injured someone whose skull wasn't so thick. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, detective. I invented the measurement myself. I built this course in a sewer, detective. You needed the home team advantage. No, Batman, you can't ride through solid objects. It's really basic physics. A failure. You're too slow, Dark Knight. In every sense of the word. Oh, you incompetent boy racer. Katana-sharp mental acuity, near instant reaction time, all marks of a true genius, Batman. No, detective, turn around! Faster, Dark Knight. You must speed along like the electrical signals in my supercharged brain. Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop? Very good, Dark Knight! Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Have you noticed, Batman? The walls of inevitability are closing in. detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. Do you even know what a racing line is? Feeling claustrophobic, detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, detective. A stain on my floor. You'll be crushed, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part.
Riddle me this. What has a cape, a cowl, and can't be trusted not to get you killed? Oh, this is too tense to watch.
And here we go.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana. Diddle, Detective. I see you've begun pitting that mediocre mind of yours against my riddles. I had plenty of time to conceive them, Batman. When you left me battered into me.
I'm everywhere. Batman's taking out a Rattler.
Control. Drone spotted in Kingston. Falcon 4 out.
Drones engaging. Take it count. Kingston unit offline.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. To this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science. Stumped, Dark Knight? I can see your brain flying through the possibilities. Come now, Dark Knight. Don't force me to eject you from the chamber.
Eject you from the chamber. Good, Dark Knight. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought
I'd put those abilities to the test. The only mammal capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise. Creatures known to prey on bats include hawks, owls, some spiders, falcons, and, oh yes, of course, me. It must feel wonderful, Detective, floating majestically over a city filled with your minute inferiors. Much like being me. How does that cape work? Shape memory fibers? Some sort of collapsible harness? An arrogant insistence that the laws of gravity do not apply to you? Remind me of another plucky young man who likes strapping on a pair of makeshift wings. What was his name? Oh yes, that's right. Icarus. It's a classical reference, you uncultured brute. What's a spark. Poor Batman. Listen, when I'm stuck on a puzzle, I find it helps to... You know, it's never come up. What's it like to be unable to figure out an intellectual challenge, Batman? Truly, I'd like to know. Admit it, Batman. Unbeatable. Flummoxed, Batman, at a loss, completely stumped. That's how I feel when I contemplate how long it's taken to beat you. That's it, Batman. Keep rubbing those two brain cells together and you just might produce a spark. Poor Batman. Listen, when I'm stuck on... I find it helps to... You know, it's never come up. Never come up. You got there eventually, Detective, making you literally as capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. Your next key awaits you. Key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Can you trust him, Catwoman?
Can you trust?
Come on, Detective! Detect!
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
I saw a guy breathe Scarecrow's gas once. Not pretty.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Celine is waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
Should have backdrive straight to the before I get money than in.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Greetings to my costumed contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt.
No, Dark Knight, you're way off the mark. The mark.
Hey, don't shove. Move over, would you?
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, you better grab that key and be on your way.
Hey, that was easy. Oh, it's a trick, isn't it?
Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave those ones to me.
Where'd that came from, Batman? I built a highly efficient production line. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
Two.